Welcome students. Today we will study grammar. Before I tell the topic of grammar, let's see some pictures. Here in this slide you can see the pictures of dogs, girls, smoke and honey. These all are naming words, means nouns. Among these words, dogs and girls can be counted. We can say how many dogs or how many girls are there. We can count them by using numbers. So these nouns are countable. But if I ask how many smoke or how many honey are there, then will you be able to answer me? Will you be able to count them with the numbers? No, you will not be able to count them because these are uncountable. So, today we will discuss about the countable and uncountable things in worksheet number 6. That is countable and uncountable nouns. Now let's have the definition of countable and uncountable nouns. A noun that can be counted is known as a countable noun. Let's have some examples like book, cat, finger, bag, leaf, friend, etc. There are many things around us which we can count. These are countable nouns. Now let's have uncountable noun. Here, a noun that cannot be counted is known as an uncountable noun. Let's have the examples like water, juice, oil, rice, dust, gold. These cannot be counted. So these are uncountable noun. We cannot count water, we cannot count dust, we cannot count gold. We cannot count them by using numbers. After this, let's have some important points which help us to identify countable or uncountable things. The first point is we can use numbers before countable nouns, but we cannot use numbers before uncountable nouns. So if the noun is countable, we can write the number before it. And if the noun is uncountable, we cannot write any number before it. Let's understand it with an example. Here we can say how many girls or how many umbrellas are there, because girls and umbrellas are countable noun. So we can write a number before these words. Like there are 3 girls and here there are 4 umbrellas. But here we cannot say how many milk and how many sugar are there, because we cannot count milk and sugar as these are uncountable nouns. That's why we cannot write any number before these nouns. Now let's have the another point. Here, countable nouns have plural forms also. Here we are having some countable nouns like dog, book, chair, bottle and spoon. These countable nouns are having singular as well as plural forms like dogs, books, chairs, bottles and spoons. But uncountable nouns have no plural forms. We are having some uncountable nouns like smoke, dust, milk and sand. These uncountable nouns are having only their singular form. They are not having their plural form. So we cannot write smokes, we cannot write dust, we cannot write milks, we cannot write sands, as uncountable nouns are only having their singular forms. They are not having their plural forms. Now let's have the next point. Here, a or an, which are articles, can be used before the singular countable noun, like a banana or an apple. So, banana and apple are countable nouns, and before singular countable noun, we can use these articles. But a or an cannot be used before an uncountable noun. So, we cannot write a before gold and we cannot write an before electricity, because gold and electricity are uncountable nouns, and articles a or an are not used before an uncountable noun. I hope these points are clear to you. Now let's have an exercise of a grammar book which is given on page number 22. The exercise is, say whether these are countable nouns or uncountable nouns. So, in this exercise, we need to identify the noun is countable or uncountable. If the noun is countable, we will write C in front of that. And if the noun is uncountable, we will write U in front of that. So, let's start. The first one is milk. Milk is an uncountable noun. We cannot count milk. So, we will write U here. Now, star. A star is a countable noun, as we can write a number before it. We can write 2 star, 3 star, 5 star, 7 star, etc. So, star is a countable noun. So, we will write C. After that, bottle. Bottle is also a countable noun. We can count the bottles. So, we will write C in front of it. After that, water. Water we cannot count. Water is an uncountable noun. So, we will write U. Next, cotton. Cotton also an uncountable noun. We cannot count cotton. So, here also we will write U. After that, bread. Bread also cannot be counted. It is an uncountable noun. So, we will write U. After that, music. Music also cannot be counted. It is an uncountable noun. So, again we will write U. After that, sugar. As sugar also cannot be counted. It is an uncountable noun. So, again we will write U. After that, week. Week can be counted. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So, week is a countable noun. So, here we will write C. The last one is leaf. Leaf also can be counted like 2 leaves, 3 leaves, 5 leaves. It is a countable noun. So, we will write C. With this, the exercise is completed. Now, let's move on the next slide. Students, till now we have learned that to represent the quantity of a countable noun, we can use number before them. But for uncountable noun, we cannot use any number, because uncountable nouns are the nouns which cannot be counted. So, before them we cannot put any number. So, in the case of uncountable noun, we use some words to measure or count the quantity of uncountable nouns. These words are called measure words or counters. Let's have some examples. Bars, pieces, bottles, cups, liters, kilograms, bags, slices, drops, handfuls and spoonfuls. Many examples are there. Here, one thing is to be noticed that these measure words or counters are countable nouns. We can put a number before them. Now let's have some examples to understand them more clearly. The first example is 2 bars of soap. Soap is an uncountable noun, and to represent the quantity of soap, the measure word bar is used. Bar is a countable noun. Now let's have the next example. Here, 1 box of cereal. In this example, cereal is an uncountable noun, and to represent the quantity of this uncountable noun, the box measure word is used, which is a countable noun. Now let's have the next example. Here, 2 pieces of furniture. As furniture is an uncountable noun, we cannot count furniture. So, to represent the quantity of the furniture, we can use measure word pieces, and pieces is a countable noun. After these examples, let's have some more examples of measure words. Like a bag of rice, a jar of honey, a drop of water, a glass of juice, a slice of bread, a spoonful of sugar, a cup of coffee, a bowl of soup. So here the words which are red in color, these are uncountable nouns, and to represent the quantities of these uncountable nouns, these words which are in blue color, these measure words are used, and these measure words are countable. We can count them. We can put a number before them. So here we have seen sufficient examples of measure words. Now we will learn about some quantifiers. Quantifiers are the words which are used before a noun to indicate amount or quantity of something. And these quantifiers are used for both countable as well as uncountable noun. There are many quantifiers which are used to describe the large quantities, the small quantities, and undefined quantities of countable and uncountable nouns, like a little, a lot of, many, much, some, any, and a few. But here we will learn the uses of many, much, some, and any. So let's move on the next slide. Here we will see the use of many and much. Many is used with countable noun. It is used to describe the large quantity of countable noun. Let's have the examples. The first example is, we have many problems. Next, I do not have many toys. After that, how many brothers do you have? In these examples, problems, toys, and brothers are countable nouns. We can count problems, toys, and brothers. And to indicate the quantity of these countable nouns, many is used, which is the quantifiers. Now let's have the use of much. Much is used with uncountable noun. It indicates the large quantity of uncountable noun. Let's have the examples. Like, we do not have too much homework. There is much snow here. Next, how much milk do you want? In these sentences, homework, snow, and milk, these are uncountable nouns. We cannot count homework, snow, or milk. And to indicate the quantity or to indicate the amount of these uncountable nouns, much is used. Much is a quantifier. So here we have learned that many is used with countable noun and much is used with uncountable noun. And these both are used before the noun. Now it's time to see the use of some and any. Some is used with both countable and uncountable nouns in affirmatives. Some is used to describe the undefined quantity of noun, whether it is countable noun or uncountable noun. Let's have the examples to understand it. The first example is, I have some books. In this sentence, books is a countable noun, and to indicate the undefined quantity of this uncountable noun, some is used. Similarly, there is some water in the glass. In this sentence, water is an uncountable noun, and to indicate the undefined quantity of water, some is used, which is a quantifier. And you can notice that these both sentences are affirmative sentence. So, some is used with both countable noun and uncountable noun in affirmative. Now, let's have the use of any. Any is also used with both countable and uncountable noun in negatives and questions. To understand it clearly, let's have the examples. The first one is, I don't have any storybook. In this sentence, storybook is a countable noun. Next, we don't have any homework. In this sentence, homework is an uncountable noun. Here you can notice that these both sentences are negative sentences, and any is used with both countable as well as uncountable noun. Now let's have the other examples. Here, do you want to ask any question? In this sentence, question is a countable noun. Next, does he need any help? In this sentence, help is an uncountable noun. And you can notice here that these both sentences are questions. And any is used with both countable noun as well as uncountable noun. I hope the use of quantifiers is clear to you. Now let's have the exercise which is given on the page number 22 of a grammar book. Here, fill in the blanks with suitable words from the box. In this box, we are having a many, any, some and much. Along with these words, we are having 5 sentences. And we need to complete these sentences by using these words. The first sentence is, there is blank orange juice in the jug. In this sentence, you can see orange juice is an uncountable noun and the sentence is affirmative sentence. So we can choose some to fill the blank. Now let's have the next one. There is not blank rice left in the bowl. In this sentence, rice is also an uncountable noun. And this sentence is a negative sentence. So, we can choose any to fill the blank. Now, let's have the next one. Film actors have blank fans. Fans is a countable noun and this sentence is affirmative sentence. So, we can use many to fill this blank. After that, give me blank banana. I am hungry. In this sentence, banana also a countable noun. So here we can use a to fill this blank. Now let's have the last sentence. How blank money. I have lost my wallets. In this sentence, money is an uncountable noun. So the blank can be filled with much. How much money I have lost my wallets. With this, the exercises of this worksheet are completed. Now there is a small homework for all of you. Complete the exercises of this worksheets in the book. Now it's time to give the end to this video. I promise to be present in the next video. Till then, keep studying. Thank you.